Um, okay, we're good. Now I'm going to talk about things that I am good at. What is that saying? Oh, because I'm kind of good at things sometimes. Unless they're sports games. Or man. One thing that I'm good at is Guitar Hero. Like, I don't even know how I'm so good at that, but like, when I started playing this, I think I was 5. My brother was in high school. He was in, I was 5. And, he decided, he's like, hey, play this game. He's like, play this game with me, you should, you'll like it. And he put me on easy, and I failed. He put me on the easiest, or the hardest song on easy, and I heard it, and it's all like, and I'm like, well, there's a lot of notes, I'm hearing a lot of things, so I'm going to play a lot of notes, and I was like, and I failed. And he's like, dude, you got to hit the notes, and I was like, put me on a harder level, and he's like, no. And so I put myself on hard, and I passed the song, because I'm just that epic. And I literally could not play easy for like a couple months after I played that game. Like, I had to lower it. I had to, like, since I could do expert and hard, I had to like go lower on the levels instead of higher. So like, I would go down and I would like try to hit them, and people were like, why do you suck at medium when you're so good at expert? I'm like, my brain does not think like that. Yeah, that just, you put me on a low level and I cannot do it, but I can 100%, like, there's not a song I cannot beat on expert that I have encountered so far.
With a remote.
Well, with a remote, because remotes are annoying. But, stop raising your hand.
Oh, I have something to say.
Okay, what do you have to say?
You can't beat Through the Fire and Flames.
Actually, I did that.
He
You
did.
Oh.
I did that. It's
Dang.
all over
Well,
Facebook.
that's
I
off the
felt
list.
accomplished. My wrist hurt really bad,
Yeah.
but I did it.
Oh, that's off the list.
I got a 76%. Actually, the last time I played, I got an 82. So I'm working on it. But yeah, there's not a song I can't beat on expert. Anyway, shooting games. I am good at shooting games. Like, actually today, I was
Shooting.
like 10 minutes ago, I was at my friend Austin's house, and he was on his computer, and I was playing on his PS3, and I was on Black Ops 2. I was on hardcore I was on just regular free-for-all, and I had the hammer and the B23R, and I went 66 and 3.
You got a text message.
Anyway, I went 66 and 3. And everybody's like, whoa, this guy's a legend, he's a Prestige 6, like, how do you do this stuff? I'm like, dude, I just pick it up, I see you doing them. It's really not as hard as it seems, you just gotta pick the right moments and pick the right places to walk, and you're good. Next thing, I am really good at making people laugh. I don't know how, but I have, like, an all-purpose sense of humor. Like, if I'm around certain people, I can adapt to their sense of humor. They'll say something they think is funny, and I'm like, I'll one-up it. I'll be like, my friend thinks that pain is funny for some reason. I can relate to that. You see somebody on America's Funniest Home Videos, and they're like, we're going to do a ninja roll down the stairs, or we're going to, like, ride a bike on the trampoline, and they just biff it. You're like, LOL, Well, he said, he was like, oh, look at that little kid falling. He was laughing. I was like, and I was like, hey, dude, how much do you bet I can jump over, we were at the mall, and I was like, how much do you bet that I can jump over this railing and, like, walk down it? And he's like, I will bet you $20 that you can do that, because you're so agile. And I went up, and, I actually lost the bet on purpose. I had to give him $20. It was kind of terrible. But, I jumped up there, and I, like, tripped, and just full-on face-planted into the chocolate making business, like, right into their door. And they're like, are you okay? My friend's just, like, laughing on the floor, and I was like, yeah. Another place I'm really good at making people laugh, like, I don't even know why, but at the dinner table. It's like, my mom says food, and I'm like, oh, funny mode. Like, if I'm gonna be a comedian, I need something to eat while I'm on stage. Like today, actually, this wasn't really my doing, but it was pretty funny. My friend Austin was listening to music. I didn't know his earphone was on the other side of me, and I'm eating. I'm like, and I just look over, and he's going. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, this song is really good. I'm sorry. And I laughed a little bit, and then to get him back, because he was freaking me out. To get him back, he took a drink of his water. He's like, and just as the water started to touch his lips, like, I let it go in a little bit, and then I go, and he's like, and shot it, and I was like, yes. It was wonderful. And then I am good at driving for, like, all purposes. I can drive in real life, even though I'm not supposed to, but, and I can drive in video games. Like, actually, if you've ever played the game Burnout Paradise, which is, like, epic, you will know how hard it is to drive the fastest car. It has literally 1 bar of strength and full speed, full boost. And I can drive that car around the map as many times as I want without crashing. Like, that's how good I am at driving in games. And Grand Theft Auto is just people, when I get into a car, I'm just like, yeah! And people are like trying to wreck me, I'm just like, I'm winning. And calm yourself
Stop
for a
shaking
couple
the bed.
seconds. And in real life, actually, my mom knows about this, but I should not have been doing this. I drove once to Walgreens. No, I drove to Albertsons, and that was like 2 or 3 miles. And I know it's not that far, so it's not like a big deal, but it's still a big deal because at the time I was 14, and I wasn't even like legally allowed to have my permit. And I don't right now, and I'm like 15 and a half, I should. But we were driving, and my brother brakes, he pulls over, he's like, alright, well, I'm going to go in here, and then you can drive us home. And I was like, wait, really? And my brother's 23, he's pretty cool, you know, he's turned into a douche lately, but it happens. I mean, there's that one phase in your life you go, screw everybody, I'm doing what I want, and then it just bites you, and you're like, that sucked. Well, anyway, I'm sitting in the front seat, and I'm like, doo-doo, and he decides he's the Joker. He is the Joker, and he loves to freak people out. I do too, but besides that, I was driving, and I pull out of the parking lot, and he goes, oh God, and I'm like, and I go like that, and the car goes into the lane. I'm like, yeah. And I was driving. I'm like, don't do that. And then there's this corner. It's like a 4-way. It's like a highway. It's like there's 2 lanes, and there's 2 lanes like that, and then there's like this median, and there's a sign like in front of it. And he's like, I'm going. He's like, don't hit the sign. Don't hit the sign. Don't hit the sign. I'm good under pressure. I was just like, and drove us home. And he's like, I cannot believe you did not crash my car. Alright, let's return from that story. I am also good at hurting myself, and that's not an emo thing to say because you don't understand yet. I'm good at hurting myself because literally everything I do, I hurt myself. Like, when I sat down in this chair, it hurt because I broke it, as you can see. It is really screwed up. And this side actually stabbed me in the back. Right there. Yeah. And, yeah, so when I sat down, I hurt myself. And actually earlier, I don't even know how, but I was walking down the stairs, and I got rammed in the stomach by a stationary bottle opener. It was just sitting there on the mini fridge. And it's like, I walk in, I'm like, doo-doo-doo, and it just, and I was like, I'm walking, and I just stabbed myself in the stomach. with a bottle opener. And, well, anyway, I stabbed myself in the with a bottle opener. And there's more things with that. Like, everything I do, I hurt myself. And that's really scary because I'm going to be playing with power tools in shop. So, wish me luck on that. Yeah. That's about it. So,
I
yeah,
asked a
next
question.
time. See ya.
I asked a question.